Westminster, the government, ed. Is in chaos, the future's uncertain and the light at the end of the tunnel. How the political crisis affects the health of the nation? Asks the newspaper. Pessimism and anxiety, sleep disorders, mental disorders, these symptoms forced the researchers to conduct a survey among Britons about their well-being against the background of political battles through Brexit. The survey, conducted by Britain Thinks, found that more than 2,000 respondents, 83%, can no longer hear about Brexit, and 64% believe that it harms their mental health. The survey showed that the changed words that people use when talking about Brexit in 2017 dominated unclear and uncertainty, and now Antonline and chaos. Rosie Carter, a researcher from the organization Hope Not Hate, is convinced that the political situation in the UK completely changed the mood of the country. Drive. Ellie Cannon, who runs a psychiatric clinic in London, said, "I think that people who already suffer from disorders on the background of constant anxiety or depression and treat them, believe that politics or the problems of society even more worsen their mood and symptoms of diseases. I definitely see it in our clinic." The Guardian notes that in a time when there is no means to protect their own mental health, perhaps we should ask ourselves what life is like for those who are difficult. While politicians in the UK are desperately trying to find a way out of the EU, which would satisfy both the United Kingdom and the European Union, law enforcement agencies are preparing for the worst, uncontrollable chaos and disorder. Security forces are ready to respond to possible riots, looting and unrest in the presence of large queues in the ports or shortage of food, gasoline or medicines, writes The Independent. The publication notes that further delay in PAXICOM encourages heads of power structures of Great Britain to prepare for the protests of outraged citizens. Uncertainty and fears for the future are the main driving forces that can provoke them to take action prohibited by law, warn police. The new head of the National Council of Chiefs of Police, Assistant Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police Martin Hewitt, told the newspaper, "We are in an incredibly tense atmosphere through the whole scenario of exit from the EU." Independent adds that, according to the police, over the past 2 weeks has recorded 37 crimes directly associated with the Brexit. Law enforcement officers also predict a new wave of riots and crimes of hate, similar to the one that swept the UK immediately after the referendum in 2016. The Daily Telegraph newspaper publishes advice of the Minister of Health, at the aim of Hancock, for the treatment of dementia. Patients should listen to the music or dances, excessive medical treatment, said the official. His advice is based on research that showed that listening to playlists of patients with dementia resulted in a 60% reduction in the need for medications, the newspaper said. Dementia can devastate the lives of people who suffer from it. Although there are no medications that completely cure dementia, I believe we can do more to improve the lives of people in this state. In particular, I oppose excessive medicament and taking pills, when it is not in the interests of the patient. There is enough evidence to show that music can calm people with dementia and to reduce their excitement, says the minister. The Daily Telegraph writes that music has a positive impact on those who suffer from other serious diseases. For example, Royal Philharmonic Orchestra works with organizations to help overcome the effects of stroke. Almost 90% of patients who attended a music session, watching the improvement of physical and mental health, reduced the number of cases of dizziness and epileptic seizures, improved sleep, ability to concentrate and memory.